Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Nike, Soviet Global Command 7.3. Alright, here we are. Starting off with tech. The Soviets, are up to 5 tech roles now. So they're going to try computers, advanced air superiority fighters, chemical, Top Gun, and advanced airborne doctrine. Okay. I see 2 successes, chemical and advanced airborne doctrine. So chemical goes to stage 3. Advanced airborne doctrine is complete. Okay, there you go. That's tech. Okay, military aid and purchase. Get down here and have a look at the build plate. Okay, they're going to spend 12 to send 2 next-gen MBTs to Warsaw Pact. They're going to spend 5 to send another Yak-38 to FEC. And then for themselves, they're spending 12 on 2 MBTs and 2 SPAGs, and the remaining 16 on a pair of fighters. All right, combat. Okay, we will start off here in the Indian Ocean. The SSN in I-10 is coming off silent running to attack the American SSN. The one in I-4 is also coming off silent running and sliding over there to join the attack. Then, up here, we have an unopposed attack on central Turkey by everything from Anatolia. So they're just going to move across there. Of course, the attack bomber has to stay behind. It's not worth any money. Okay, next, 10 Central Turkey. Okay, next up north here. See if we can find a good spot. I'm right there, that looks pretty good. Okay, we've got a Bear F in Murmansk. He's going 1, 2 over here to attack the NATO diesel boat. Then the amphib that's in port at Murmansk is going to load the 2 Marines from Murmansk, and he is going 1 space over here for an unopposed amphibious invasion of Svalbard. Okay, then we have 2 airborne from Murmansk that are going to fly over here in an airborne assault on Svealand. On this task force card here, we have an amphib. He's picking up the 2 Marines and the attack chopper from southern Finland to ferry them across to Svealand so they can join the attack. Over here, can you see him? Yeah. Over here at Baltic States, there's a strategic bomber. He's going to fly 1, 2, 3 over here to carpet bomb in Svealand. He is going to be protected by 2 ASFs out of Baltic States that are going to come fly escort. The attack chopper from Nordland is also going over to join the attack. Then the let's see, the battle cruiser and the cruiser from the fleet here in A9 are going to go 1, 2 over here to A7. The battle cruiser is going to shoot a pair of P700s at the NATO fleet here in A6. The cruiser is going to shoot an anti-ship missile into A6. Also, the Tu-22M from Murmansk goes 1, 2, 3 over there to A7, where he is going to shoot 3 KH-22s at the fleet in A6. This battle is going to have spy satellite support, so they will have full target selection. Now, to escort the Tu-22M, we have another ASF in Baltic states that'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here to escort, and a naval ASF and a naval fighter are going to take off from the supercarrier in A9 and go 1, 2 over here to also escort the Tu-22M. Okay, then in the Baltic states again, as I said, we have the amphib busy here in A13. The battle cruiser and the cruiser from this fleet are going to go 1, 2, 3 over here to A10, where they're going to duplicate their northern brethren and shoot 2 P700s and an anti-ship missile in here against the NATO fleet. And I think that's it for combat. Let me have a quick look at my notes. I think that's it. Yep, looks like it. All right, so let's start out simple. We'll do the submarine fight there in I-10 first. So we've got 2 Soviet SSNs. Okay, there is a hit with a 1. So the American defends, and he misses. So the American SSN is killed, comes off. Okay, next we will see, we've already done the unopposed in central Turkey. So it looks like now we're up north. Yeah. So the first thing, the Bear Foxtrot is going to take a shot at the NATO diesel boat. And then once that's concluded, we'll do the unopposed invasion of Svalbard. Okay, here's the Bear Foxtrot. I'm pretty sure that's a miss. Let me find the right one that has him. Bear F. Yeah, he's sub-attack 4, so he missed. But, you know, what's the diesel boat gonna do? Say, nah, keep shooting at me? No, he has to go on silent running. He doesn't have any other choice. So that's the end of that. And then the Soviet Marines land and capture Svalbard unopposed. So let me get a roundel on that. Okay, that one's done. Now we will do the naval battle in A6. So let me get everything written down here with values so I don't make a mistake. Okay, I don't need to drag everybody over to the battle board for it. The NATO fleet has a cruiser and a frigate. So they get 2 defense shots, or 2 AMD shots. Those both miss with 6s. Okay, so now we're going to have 3 KH-22s at 7. Those all 3 miss. We are going to have 6 P700, or no, 4, sorry. 4 P700s at 6. Okay, there is 1 hit there. So, 1 hit. And now there are 2 anti-ship missiles at 5. Those both missed. Now, the Soviets did not do very good with their missile shooting. Not very good at all. All right, they have full target select, so there's the NATO fleet here. They are going to go on and target select that cruiser. So the cruiser gets a phalanx defense shot. Let's see. Yeah, the cruiser gets a phalanx defense shot at 6. Yep, missed with a 12. So the NATO cruiser is sunk, and with it goes NATO's fleet missile defense. All right, now I will move the Svealand battle over to the boards. Okay, I got the stuff moved over here. There we are. The ASFs that came along as escorts for the Soviets are, just pretend they're in the retirement box because NATO chose not to scramble. I forgot to mention they also chose not to scramble in the sea battle in A6. However, NATO is going to fire battlefield nukes at the Soviets to defend Svealand. So before I forget, because I did on NATO's turn, it should have went up to 8 for NATO's turn and now up to 9 on the Soviet turn. So we have 3 BFN dice from the NATO artillery first strike. There are 2 hits. That's all of the first strike there is, so the 2 hits have to be taken on land units. So the Soviets are going to kill 1 each, 1 airborne and 1 marine. Okay, now the Soviets get their turn. So here's 5 carpet bombing dice at 2. There are 2 hits. 2 general hits in attack. Now the airborne and the marine that are still there are boosted to 4 because they have close air support and they're in their special assault capacity. Okay, there is a 3rd general hit. Now the 2 attack choppers, and they both miss. That's rather unfortunate for the Soviet because 3 doesn't do it for them. NATO's going to kill the artillery and 2 mechs. They have 1 mech surviving. So the strategic bomber goes to the retirement box, and they have to go for round 2. So an airborne and a marine, they both miss. 2 attack choppers get 2 hits. They only needed 1. NATO defends at 5, and there is a hit. So NATO is done in, and the Soviets have to decide if they want to take a marine or an airborne or an attack chopper. Tough choice. Because they all defend at 4. They're going to take the hit on an attack chopper. So I'll move everything back. Okay, as long as we're right here, Svealand is worth 2, so NATO goes down to 54. Soviet Global goes up to 43. Now let's go have a look. Okay, there's the situation on the ground. So now we got to do some non-combat. Okay, the strategic bomber flies back to Baltic states along with these 2 ASFs. The Tu-22M flies back to Murmansk. The naval ASF and fighter are actually going to stay where they are because the rest of the fleet is coming out there. The rest of the fleet minus a frigate. A frigate is going to drop off here in A8 to shepherd that amphib. The rest of the fleet is moving over to A7. So these guys go back over here on the card. The ASF and the fighter go back to the fleet carrier. This ASF that came from Baltic states is going to land in one, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Nope, he doesn't quite have enough legs to get back to Baltic states. He can land back in Murmansk, though. So everything's kosher there. Same deal. The fleet here in A13, the Baltic fleet, what little there is of it, is the amphib has to stay behind because of what it did. A destroyer is going to stay behind. No. This frigate is going to come from A12. No, it ain't either. The destroyer is going to stay behind to shepherd the amphib. The rest of the fleet, which is a diesel boat and this frigate, are going to come out here to A10. So these guys go back on the card. And let's see. It should have been a combat move, but it can be done now. One of the ASW choppers that's on the ASW carrier is on patrol here in A8 to help with that NATO diesel boat. Actually, put two of them on patrol there. Give him a little extra help in case he wants to come back up and try to do something. All right, let me go look at the notes and see if there's any more non-combat. Oh yeah, there it is. It's just okay. We got one more non-combat move up here. Bring the camera up just a little bit. Attack chopper in Leningrad is flying 1-2 spaces over to Baltic states. And now we go down south for the rest of it. Gonna have a little reshuffling of forces here in the Middle East. So I will probably actually have to get another card going. I'll do that off camera though. All right. The two MBTs from Shiraz are going to move over to Basra. The MBT and the artillery from eastern Iran are going to go 1-2 over to Basra. The two mechs from Afghanistan are coming 1-2 to Shiraz. The mech that started in Shiraz is also going over to Basra. The Spag from Afghanistan also comes down to Shiraz. The fighter from Afghanistan flies over to Baghdad. And I think that's it. Yeah. Yes, that's how it's going to lay out for now. Okay, so now we place units. Yeah, place units. And we don't need to move the camera because I think just about all that's going to take place right there. Trying to grab the wrong stuff. Here we go. Actually, it is all going to take place right there. Okay, the two fighters are going to the minor air base in Baghdad. The two mechs, or two MBTs, and the two SPAGs are going to the minor army base in Baghdad. So I'll get all that chipped out, fixed up off camera. Now we're delivering military aid. The long distance one first, the Yak 38 is going down to heavy aircraft cruiser there in P-16. And there we go. Oh, get on there. I'll mess with that off camera. For some reason, that magnet's not grabbing. And then in Warsaw Pact, we have two next-gen MBTs that, utilizing continuous land zone delivery, are going up here to East Germany. Okay, now we need to collect money. All right, so the Soviets are at 43 on the income chart, plus one each for Tehran, Baghdad, and Svaland, so that's +3. And then stage 2 computers is 3 more, makes 6. And then we have the +4 for the oil fields in Shiraz. So that's +10 in bonus. Gonna make, I can get it out of there. Gonna make 53. $53 in the bank. And then let's look at missiles. Okay, there weren't any cruise missiles fired. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 cruise missiles built. Wow. That's a lots of cruise missiles. So there's 7 cruise missiles added to that tally. I'll clean it up off camera. We shot 2 anti-ship missiles, and they're building 1, 2, 3. Okay, I gotta make some change here for my chips. I'll put a green one in there. Okay, they shot 2 and built 3, so that's a net gain of 1 anti-ship missile. KH-22s, they shot 3 and built 3, so that evens out. And in P-700s, they shot 4 and built 3, so that's a net loss of 1. Okay. That'll do it for this one. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.